Armed Forces of the United States during and since World War II, fully realizing the responsibility to our community, to our state, and to the nation, associate ourselves for the following purposes: to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. And whereas American Veterans' mission is to safeguard the principles of freedom, liberty, and justice for all, to promote the cause of peace and goodwill among nations, to maintain the freedom of our country, to preserve the fundamentals of democracy, to perpetuate the friendship and associations of these veterans, and to dedicate ourselves to the cause of mutual assistance, this by the grace of God. And whereas the American veterans cooperate with all duly recognized existing veterans organizations in the furtherance of the aims of the American veterans who have served or are serving in the armed forces of the United States during and since World War II, the American Veterans, also known as AMVETS, Post 104, San Marcos, supports other veterans posts and have recently joined forces as one with the Veterans of Foreign Wars, also known as VFW, and the GI Forum. And whereas AMVETS Post 104 San Marcos supports future military members by supporting the San Marcos Junior ROTC programs, and whereas in the charge to serve the community by supporting veterans, AMVETS Post 104 San Marcos donates monies to the latest fire victims, assists veterans' families who have lost members of their family due to cancer and other illnesses. And whereas AMVETS Post 104 San Marcos also serves the community by volunteering in several city cleanup projects, giving to Blue Santa, and supporting fallen police families. Now, therefore, I, Jane Hewson, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the 20th day of August, 2024, as American Veterans Post 104 San Marcos, Texas, AMVETS Post of the Year for Texas, and do hereby call upon all persons of the city of San Marcos to recognize the contributions the American Veterans Post 104 San Marcos has done for the city and its residents. And we have right here the plaque. And I'll give you a moment to say a few words, and
Thank you, Mayor. I'm Mark Salinas, the Post Commander at Vets Post 104. First, I'd like to start off with the support team. Without the support team and the A team, we wouldn't be able to function with help keep our organization going. And also, I'd like to thank my American veterans, who are in my group. The whole team is outstanding, and my hat's off to them. And we're able to work with the VFW and GI Forum. We did amazing. We work all year, and I just so extremely happy just to be here to have this honor with all my MVETs and what they do to the community, and with the community helping us, and we help the community. We can go further as far as we can to help out other people in need. Any other words anybody want to say? Thank you, Mayor.
yes. And I wish to thank you from the community for your service. I also always want to recognize your families because they certainly feel the loss when you're gone away from home and missing birthday parties and whatever. So recognize the families. And thank you for carrying that service onward as you're retired and helping others. So thank you so very much for what you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody looking this way. Ready?
Today we have an important proclamation. We'll do that right before the photo. Whereas human milk feeding is the biological norm for infant feeding and a proven primary prevention strategy that builds a foundation for lifelong health and wellness. And whereas breastfeeding provides a safe, reliable, and renewable food source, especially critical during natural disaster and emergency situations. And whereas this year's theme, Support Every Step of the Way, was chosen to celebrate all the ways women, infants, and children staff supports families and their babies throughout every stage, and that the City of San Marcos Women, Infants, and Children program is known as a place that shares up-to-date and reliable breastfeeding information. And whereas in recognition of breastfeeding disparities, the first week of August is celebrated as National WIC Breastfeeding Week, the second week as Indigenous Milk Medicine Week, the third week as Asian American Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander Week, the fourth week as Black Breastfeeding Week, and the fifth week as Latina Breastfeeding Week. And whereas the City of San Marcos WIC program serves breastfeeding families in San Marcos by providing education and support, supplies that aid in the continuation of breastfeeding and lactation consultation services. Now, therefore, I, Jane Hewson, by virtue of the authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of San Marcos, Texas, do hereby proclaim the month of August 2024, the whole month, as National Breastfeeding Month, and do hereby call upon all persons of the City of San Marcos to recognize the importance of breastfeeding for the health and well-being of infants. Thank you for what you do, helping women and their babies and their children all the time, but especially with this very important thing. I don't have kids, so I don't know, but I understand that there are some people who really need some help understanding the importance, and I'll just say the details. And so thank you for taking this on and coming in and letting us do this proclamation to bring awareness. Who would like to say it first? Anyone? Sure. Okay. If y'all will hold that right there in the front, and I'm going to hand you the microphone.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for the support that the city has always provided our WIC program. My name is Stacey Olivari, and I'm the nutrition coordinator for our agency. Just a couple of points I'd like to highlight about National Breastfeeding Month and WIC. Like as you mentioned, Mayor Houston, the support every step of the way is this year's theme, and it was chosen specifically to celebrate all the ways that our WIC staff, not just our peer counselors and our RBCLC, but all of WIC staff, our clerks included, our program supervisor, our fearless director over here, all the ways that we support our babies throughout every stage. So we do have our peer counselor staff here today, along with our IBCLC, Ms. Donna Mangrum. We're so happy to have her with us. We know that it truly helps our nursing families to meet their breastfeeding goals when they have peer-to-peer support and encouragement during normal breastfeeding situations, and also more specialized help from our IBCLC for situations that might require more specialized attention. And Donna, I'm going to hand the microphone over to you so you can talk a little bit about what we're doing.
So this month to celebrate our World Breastfeeding Month, we've created breastfeeding walls in each of our clinics, and we're inviting all of our WIC clients to share words of wisdom, encouragement, and advice and support with other breastfeeding families. So that's something we're very excited about in each of our clinics.
Thank you, and let the photos begin.